spectacular, isn't it? Hey guys, welcome back to Sim UK, and of course welcome back to Fishing the Barents Sea. This game is absolutely sensational. You've even got the Aurora Borealis, is it? Something like that? I don't even know what it's called. It's the Northern Lights thing. It's absolutely spectacular. I wasn't expecting to see that, so that was a nice surprise. Now, there's a bit of snow coming in there. It's pretty icy out. So basically I've reached an impasse with this game. There's a bug that's been holding me back since Friday. Luckily, thankfully, it's now been fixed. But today we're out here in the Lunar Bow. I did mention before that I had access to a saved game which would allow me to basically take any boat out and do whatever I wanted. This is the Lunar Bow, and this is, in my humble opinion, what I regard as being a traditional fisherman's ship. And this is a thing of beauty. Honestly, the modelling on this is superb. Unfortunately, I can't get up to the top, the front bit here. I have tried to. It seems odd because the whole boat appears to be modelled, and yet you are restricted where you can go. But I'll show you that in a little bit. But we are out in the deep ocean, or rather we're heading out towards the deep ocean, or open sea fishing. That's the only place where you can do trawling. So yeah, first time I've been there to do this, first time I've been on this boat, and these seagulls, the seagulls are brilliant, I think. They are part of this ship, so you won't see this many seagulls on the small ship that we have. This is very much bespoke to the size of the ship, it seems. So internally, there's quite a bit of gadgetry and information. The majority of it is not controllable. This bit here controls the searchlight, which from inside is a bit tricky to see where it's pointing anyway. As I say, this is the first time I've been on this boat, so it's very much a learning process. You have 3 screens in front of you, and these can be set to one of 4 options: navigation, depth, temperature, and yeah, I mean, it's good. I think a little bit more could be done in this area, but they're all interchangeable. You can have them set what you want. You've got the sonar permanently stuck on this one, and obviously there's a blank one next to it there. But this just looks superb. Up here at the top, these are the controls for the lights. You've got a telephone here which allows you to talk to the staff. I'll discuss that in a bit. There's quite a bit of gadgetry and information up here, some sort of weather system information and so on and so forth. But like I say, most of it isn't really controllable at the moment. I'm hoping in the future they will indeed add some functionality to these and expand upon it. So this is where we're heading, guys. We are heading out into deep sea, or the open sea, to do some trawling for the first time ever. It's taken a while to get here, I can tell you. And this big boat just eats up the waves. It really does. If I brought that little boat out here, it would, oh wow, it would be fun. It would definitely be fun. I don't even know if you can bring the little boat to open sea, but it would be fun out in these little waves. These are only little baby waves, but this ship is just eating them up anyway. I was hoping to get some seriously dangerous weather to sort of play with, but so far I haven't been able to find that. These seagulls are really very good, don't you think? I'm impressed with that. Let's take a little tour. So if we jump out the main seat, you can see we've got like an officer's office, if you will. That's the same clock that's in our little boat. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's nicely modelled. That takes you out onto the deck. I'll show you that in a moment. But at the aft of the ship, we have another captain's seat here, and this controls the trawling net. Now, I've not done this before, and there's a lot of information here that I don't really understand. I don't know what it is, but you can see that this is very much heading towards being a simulator. certainly leaning in that direction. So there's a lot of adjustments and information you can use there. Not sure what these things do. Again, you've got the lights to control, you've got the telephone to contact the crew. Again, another telephone there. These controls don't operate until you're out into open sea, and they'll chuck the net off the back. This feature here is obviously something I need to unlock. I haven't done that yet. But as you progress in terms of what you can do, certain things do start to work, and a lot of it is very well animated. But I think there's still some work to do in this area. So I'm looking forward to getting onto that and getting some proper sea trawling going there. Let's hop out onto the deck and I'll show you. Let's have a quick look through here how fantastic this looks. Absolutely sensational. What a great experience this is. I really think they've got the perfect balance between realism and good looks, performance. It's a difficult thing to sort of process really, but I think they've done a spectacular job here. This looks sensational in my humble opinion. So let's head out on the deck then. I'll show you where you can go and where you can't go. Now this whole ship appears to be really, really nicely modelled, and if we just have a look over the edge of the ship here, you can look at the waves coming in. These are just baby waves, don't forget. Nice sort of, I'm not sure if that's an iceberg or a bit of land with snow on it, but wow. Just wow, look at this. Now I wanted to go up on the front of the ship here and really look over the bow, but you can't. For some reason, and I cannot for any idea understand why, you cannot get up on that front piece. You're just blocked from going up there, which is weird because it seems to be perfectly modelled. So why on earth you can't take a stroll up there, I do not know. If we come down this side, you'll see this big grey ball. Now that's weird. I mean, clearly that's there to block you from going down the back there, and it just seems so odd that they make that decision to do that. I don't know if that is maybe something, but it doesn't look like it is. That door doesn't do anything, and if we go back out the other side, you can almost get down the back, but blocked again. Now that's a shame. This is where the characters, the crew come out and they're animated, and it all looks pretty awesome. But yeah. Let's jump back in the captain's seat and just figure out where the heck we're going. So, it looks like I've totally missed my marker. I'm meant to be over here. Yeah, well, I'm making a right pig's ear of this, aren't I? Let's clear them all and try that again. Just pop, yep, we want to go this way. Now, one thing I will say about this, the Lunar Bow, is she handles like a pig. Really, really badly. It took me, I think, to get out of the port, which is the same port that I get out with our small boat from Grandad. It must have taken me like a 20-point turn, and I still hit. If you look at the condition of the hull there, you can see it's half damaged. I hit the jetty on the way out about 50 times. This thing handles very, very badly. Now, I don't know if that's accurate. It feels heavy. It feels heavy and it feels cumbersome. And I don't know if that is realistic or not, but certainly handling in this. I mean, if you look at the wake behind us there, you can see the turning circle is not spectacular, is it? I mean, out here in open sea, it probably doesn't look too bad, but if you translate that turning circle into a port, you can see where the problems come from. Where the heck am I going? Am I going the right way? Where's my marker? Let me just... Where the hell's my marker gone? My marker's over there. That's odd. Oh, so I've turned too far. I've turned back the other way. Now, one thing I've found, and I haven't scientifically proved this, it's just a belief system at the moment, is that... let's just drag this down, or else I'm going to get totally lost, aren't I? The ship doesn't seem to turn as well in third-person mode as it does in first-person mode. Now, that might just be because when you're in first-person mode, the whole horizon of the ship and everything twists and leans over, and it feels like it's turning tighter. But I genuinely think there's a possibility that it does turn tighter when you're in first-person mode. And also, I have a sneaky suspicion, although I haven't, again, scientifically proved it, a bit more snow coming in, I haven't scientifically proved it, that when you go to the map like this and go back to the ship, Jesus, look at the turning circle I'm having here. This is, how am I going to get to that boat? Because in reality, that's quite a small target to hit, isn't it? So when I come out of the map and I go back to the ship, you can see it's kind of going straight and not turning anymore, even though I'm still turning. So you kind of have to let go of the key and rebind the key or repress the key in order to get it to actually bank over like that again and head in the direction you want. I'm really quite concerned that I'm not going to get... Yeah, I mean, look at my turning circle. It's so big, I'm just going to go round this thing forever. How am I going to get this thing to turn tight enough to get to that ship? Oh. Hang on a minute. Hang on, what's this? Okay, so like the port then, I didn't see that before. You can just click on that button. And we are now technically in open sea, which is pretty awesome. It looks identical, but I guess it just unlocks. You can see that the sonar has basically got no depth limit now. It's just endless ocean. And another great game, by the way. If you've never played Endless Ocean on the Wii, I suggest you go and get that. Endless Ocean 2 is a bit better, but anyway. Let's have a look at the weather here. You can see the weather's only 9 degrees, but if you click on it, you can really bolster that up. That should, theoretically, I guess, boost the waves and make the weather a bit worse. If I keep clicking on it, it does change a bit, but 27's seems to be the highest it can be. I've seen it go up to like 35, and hopefully that'll give us some slightly more aggressive weather, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. You can't seem to click on anything else. So that's Tuesday. Yeah, not really sure what the weather thing is doing. Anyway, that's not the whole point of being out here. We're more about looking at the boat here. You can see the searchlight there blinding you. And the searchlight does work if you look outside, but from inside it's a bit tricky to see. See, the waves are picking up a little bit there. We're getting a little bit of rock and roll. Yeah, this is starting to look more fun, like you would like the kind of the thing you would see on those reality shows with the fishermen in the North Sea and what have you. Not far from Alaska, the old Barents Sea. In fact, I think they're connected. So a very dangerous stretch of water, it really is. What's this over here? We've got some killer whales come and join us. That is so cool. That is something, I mean, it's like a fringe benefit, isn't it, seeing something like that? But my word, it really does add to the atmosphere. The ambience and the immersion in the game. That's the kind of thing you want to see. It gives you something to talk about, you know? So back inside, I guess we need to just look at that. We need to sort of head down the back here. Let's go and have a quick look first. Let's go and have a quick look at these waves if we can. Now I'd love to get up on the bow and look at this, but my God, look at that. The rolling waves, I mean, that's really nicely done. It's not perhaps the most authentic ocean wave element I've ever seen, but they've gone for a slightly more aesthetically pleasing look, and oh my God, that looks good. That is aesthetically pleasing to me. I think that looks sensational. Really impressed. I just wish I could get closer to it and walk around the entirety of the ship. Wow, absolutely sensational. Right, okay, what do we need to do here? Shall I call the crew from here? No, actually. What can you do? Interesting. So it seems like they're... actually, I'll do this from the back so that you can see the animation as they come out. I'll try and get the camera positioned here so that you can see that the crew are animated, and it's quite impressive. Not finished, but impressive. So yeah, it looks like their top skill, or the first skill you read, is their best skill. Like this guy is not going to be the cook, and I think this is the cook here. People have asked me what's the benefit of cook cooking food and so on and so forth. And it is as suspected. You can see the guy popping out there. As suspected, it reboosts energy and gives you, you know, the strength and energy to get on with the jobs that you've got to do. See how nicely animated all of that is. I can't get in that close, unfortunately, but you can see that that's pretty well done. And when you sit up here in the captain's chair looking down on these guys, I think that's going to look pretty awesome. So yeah, basically food gives energy and allows your crew to have the energy to do the jobs they need to do. You don't really get tired or anything. Yeah, look at that. You can see the guys down there. That's awesome. Right, now I have absolutely no idea how to control this thing. Really no idea at all. What's this? Oh, okay, so I need 4. It did say when I took the boat out from port that you did need 4 people, and I guess this is why. It's a minimum of 4 people. So we'll just get the cook off the cooking and get her out onto the nets. So let's drop the nets into the water. You can see it dropping off the back there. I don't know if you could see that very well. I probably should have done that from an external camera, but it's done now. I'm kind of learning as I go here. Really know what to expect. Okay. Needs to be within a certain distance. Probably what needs to happen is you need to trawl along for a certain distance. I don't know how long, a mile, a couple of miles, 10 miles, 100 miles, who knows. And then you pull it back in. I'm guessing theoretically that's what it is. So if we try and pull, if we stop these, is that still going out? Okay, that light's gone green. Learning as I go here, guys. So if I pull it back in, let's try that. Now I don't know if there will be fish having dropped it for such a short amount of time. There's some sort of heat map thing here. I've no idea what that relates to. Progressing slowly. So that's pulling in the left hand side and that's pulling in the right hand side. I don't know what that thing does. Nothing else seems to do anything, and that's just flicked back to straight. So I assume that one's going to do it in a moment as well. Yep, there we go. So, okay, so I need to get onto the staff and put them onto the, swap their roles effectively so that they can now pull the net in. That kind of makes sense. So far you can see the animations going on there. Oh, we've got this like 1, 2, 3, 4 thing going on. And that crane is just extended out on the left there. I'm not sure where the guys are going. Maybe they're controlling that crane. Okay, so it's underway. That's good. Now I'm not sure if I need to do something for each of these stages or not. It seems to be pulling in. I wish I knew what that did. So we're still at stage 1. Doesn't seem like there's any buttons for me to press, so I'm guessing I just need to be patient. Oh, I can just see the 2 blue markers coming in there. If I scroll up, if you can see perhaps through all of these seagulls, see those 2 blue markers coming in? So they're going to return to the boat and lock in place. There we go. So that's what the net is attached to, the back of there. And you can see on the crane, if I go outside and spin this round, you can see that the crane is picking up our catch there. That looks pretty cool. That does look pretty cool. And there's a lot of fish in there by the looks of things, which is quite impressive for my first go. And we've got 3 ticks across the top there, so the final thing is just number 4. Can we pull it in? Have I got to do something? Oh, there we go. Pollock. Nice! We actually caught some fish. Well, that's spectacular. I didn't think that was going to work quite that well. Now, there's probably a technique to this and an appropriate way of doing things that I have absolutely no idea about. There's quite a bit of information here, quotas. I'm not sure if this is working or not. There's a lot of development still to go on this game, I think. I wouldn't call it early access, far from early access, but definitely there's some bits that need finishing off. But yeah, there's quite a lot of information here, and probably when they get the tutorial out, look at those waves rolling down our boat there, that's so cool. When they finally get things rolled out, like having more crew members and stuff. There's a few changes going to happen to that, but my goodness me, how spectacular is this? This is the Lunar Bow, and I think it looks sensational. I think this game is sensational, and I'm really excited to hear what you guys think. If you want to see some of the other ships that are available, if you want to see me sort of take them out and give them a trial run, then please let me know in the comment section. I only threw this one together because I couldn't play for a couple of days, and I really needed my fix of fishing the Barents Sea. And I think on the 7th of February, when this game comes for release, you guys should just jump on it. It's spectacular. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know in the comment section what you want to see. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. Until next time, goodbye for now.